So yeah, a little about me. I grew up in the country. I've lived in pretty much every Australian capital city and worked in Australia in those cities and overseas. Personally, I'm really interested in people, and I'm really interested in people that whose lives work and that have a sense of empowerment and ability to do what they want to do. If I have any personal motto, really it's, we're all in this together, hurtling on this rock through space at some unbelievable speed. What really impacts one of us impacts all of us. So yeah, I started out my career in software, and I was working with some friends on producing systems that would allow communities to have access to information that would help them manage where they wanted to live and what was appropriate to have next to schools and so on. And that got me really fired up about what potential technology had for people and for communities. I started to get interested in and a little bit more aware of the ways in which organisations worked and used technology to achieve any particular outcomes that they needed. Recently I was working with a government department whose work impacts hundreds of thousands of people. I was able to work with their senior management in a fairly short period of time to deliver a future state and a roadmap to get there that really was almost off the cards before we started. The conversation was all about what wasn't possible and how we really had to just lower our sights on what could be achieved with the constraints that are in place. And in a short period of time, our project team had managed to really turn that around into, well, not only is it possible, but it's completely achievable, and it's going to be better off in financial terms and operational terms than if you didn't do it in the first place. And just knowing that we were able to have that kind of impact on that many people in a really short period of time, it's just fantastic, great to be a part of. 7 years ago, I came across this company called Enterprise Architects, and they kept cropping up wherever high quality architecture came up. There was this name, and I thought, oh, I better go and introduce myself to these guys. Every single course that we run, you just got the most incredible variety of really bright people with fantastic backgrounds and lots of experience coming in. So it's like this little melting pot where everybody gets to contribute, what's happened for them recently, what's happened for them over their careers, and that's just great. So it's not even one particular course or one event, it's just constant that we have this, you get to sit in and almost be a fly on the wall of so many different organisations and hear what works, what doesn't work, what's been tried, what hasn't been tried, and to play test some of the ideas about what that hasn't been tried, would that be an option. And when I think back to what I was accountable for early in my career, even with the long-term planning, 3 to 5 year plans, and what a woeful job I did of it, before I had formal frameworks and best practice to back me up, when you're just kind of inventing on the fly. And yeah, having that discipline and that body of best practice and knowledge that you can go, okay, well that's been tried before, that's some great recommended practice and things that I could try, and not having to take any of it on board like it's doctrine, but just, wow, wouldn't it have been good to know some of that before you made those early decisions? Yeah, if someone was uncertain about doing one of our courses, first I'd say, get off the fence. It's uncomfortable, just come. And secondly, I'd say come with your visions and your problems in mind. Come here and, to grasp with both hands everything you can get out of it.